let's talk about your comfort zone. So we hear talked about all the time that you need to get out of your comfort zone. Well, that's a good admonition, because the comfort zone, that area of things where you're comfortable, there's amazing things that happen when you get out of your comfort zone. The problem is that getting out of it, it's hard, because your comfort zone is comfortable, which by definition means that you're getting out of that is uncomfortable. And lots of us cannot handle always being uncomfortable in every single thing that we do. That's why I don't like the admonition to get out of your comfort zone, because I believe that it's not just a question of in and out. There are other options. So option number one, get out of your comfort zone. Option number two is I am just lately been having all kinds of card problems here. Option number two is to stay in your comfort zone. I don't believe those are the only two options. I think that there is a third option, and by the way, and a fourth option when it comes to your comfort zone. So let me show you what the third one is, which is get out of your comfort zone in some things while staying in your comfort zone in others. Well, here's what I mean when I say this. Let's just say, for example, that you are willing to take advice and get out of your comfort zone in pricing. You're willing to charge a little bit extra, but you're not comfortable doing live Q&As because you're uncomfortable that you want to be able to edit. You want to be able to pull things back. You're just not comfortable. Well, that is an option 3 option. You're out of your comfort zone in some things while staying in your comfort zone in other things. When you look at it this way, what ends up happening is that you're able to stretch your comfort zone in certain things while still retaining that amount of comfort in others. So it's like a weighted blanket. I can go be under my weighted blanket, but then I got to stick my feet out, let them be uncomfortable. Okay. So the challenge of all this is it's all emotion. And so if you are managing yourself and trying to say, I have to be out of my comfort zone and everything, you're simply not going to be there. Ironically, today, 2 separate calls, one right after the other. Both of them were talking about getting out of their comfort zone in terms of pricing. Both of them, I was advocating have a higher price. Both of them were saying, I can't go there. I'm just not comfortable going there. And so what we had to do is we had to find out areas where they were comfortable getting out so that we could be in with some things and out with other things. We shifted the offer so that it could work, because you've got to do what's right for you. If you don't, you're going to do nothing. And I've seen people who are stretched out of their comfort zone in so many areas that they literally do nothing. And I'd rather have you do something than nothing. In fact, I'd rather have you stay in your comfort zone as long as it creates some kind of result than do nothing. So now let me show you the fourth one, which I think is also a really interesting way of looking at your comfort zone. It's this: operate at the top of your comfort zones. So to go back to the pricing example for a moment. So if you look at, okay, I'm comfortable at pricing. I'm certainly comfortable at pricing at $197. I'm pretty comfortable pricing at $497. $997 is stretching it, but I can still see asking for $997. I'm not yet comfortable asking for $1,997. All right. So with this model of being at the top of your comfort zone, hey, price at $997. And so you're still in your comfort zone, you're stretching it a little bit, but you're not all the way up here. And that is an absolutely appropriate way to look at your comfort zone, to look at your life, is to say, okay, I'm going to use option 3. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone in certain things while staying in my comfort zone in others. But in the ones where I'm staying in my comfort zone, I'm going to operate right at the top of that comfort zone, so I'm up against the edge. And then while I'm doing that, I am going to ponder the question, what will it take for me to be willing to stretch further, to go beyond my comfort zone. So while I'm operating at the top of my comfort zone, I'm right up against that edge. Now, what have I got to have to be willing to go the next step, to get above my comfort zone, get out of the comfort zone entirely? And when you start thinking that, it's like, oftentimes it's like, well, I just need to have 5 people buy from me at $997. Then I could see the potential of going to $1,997. Okay, if that happens, let's go get you 5 sales. Or I could do that as long as I remove these 3 things from the offer. Or if I added this to the $2,000, then I could see myself going there. So ask yourself that question: what would it take for me to be willing to stretch further to get out of my comfort zone? So what I'm trying to do when I talk about this option number 4 is I'm trying to make discomfort more comfortable. What would it take to have this uncomfortable thing for me suddenly become more comfortable, so that I could see myself stretching to get there? Because the old adage, we hear a lot, I actually believe it: your greatness is on the other side of your fears. So let's pick away those fears one at a time, little bits, always asking, what can I do to be able to stretch further? And always playing at the top of our comfort zone so that we're much more ready to go there. So going back to the example that I gave of the I'm trying to find it. It's a yellow card. I know it's in here. Okay, there it is. Back to the pricing example. So if you're always playing at the $497 and never stretching to the $997, even though it's clearly in your comfort zone, then it's going to be really hard to go from $497 to $1997. So by stretching up to the top of the range, you are preparing yourself to have your discomfort be a little bit more comfortable to stretch outside of that. Okay? It's all in your brain. And part of the process here is stretching our brain consistently so that we're always ready. It's that first time when you're rappelling, stepping off the edge of the cliff. But once you do, rappelling's an amazing sport. Okay, 4 different ways to look at your comfort zone. It's not just in your comfort zone, out of your comfort zone. There's 2 more ways of looking at them. I strongly encourage you to look at them that way and to start stretching yourself and prepare yourself to be stretched so that you can stretch yourself later to get out of your comfort zone. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.